Un día decidí hacer el servicio militar voluntario.
Be all you can be, South American style. Peru is calling on its young to serve in the armed forces, but most are not heeding the call.
Military service should be something you have a calling for. I don't believe I have that calling.
Plans are well underway to reinstate the draft by May for the first time in a decade. The draft has been controversial enough without another aspect of the heated debate, paying to avoid serving. Those called up and do not want to serve can pay a fine of about $715. Peruvian President Ollanta Humala, a former military officer, is strongly backing the plan. But critics say this essentially amounts to a draft of the poor.
Different kinds of drafts work in other countries. In our country, in our reality, the draft didn't work. We had many cases of desertion, death, abuses, and problematic cases. And that's the reason why the state decided our system should be closer to a voluntary system.
Nearly a third of Peru's population lives below the poverty line. Paying the $715 fine would take somebody making minimum wage of $290 a month about 2.5 months, assuming there are no other expenses. An editorial in the El Comercio newspaper last week called the new policy discrimination against those who have the least. Daniel Mora is a former Minister of Defense. He says instead of reinstating the draft, the government should make a career in the armed forces more appealing by offering better benefits.
There should be a voluntary military service that is more attractive to recruits. I'm talking about payment of anywhere from $200 to $300 a month.
The Peruvian Army is thousands of recruits short of its goal for this year. Military officials say the measure is necessary to shore up dwindling ranks, even though Peru no longer faces an insurgency and is at peace with its neighbors. But Defense Minister Pedro Cateriano says the law reinstating the draft has been on the books since 2008. In the end, he says, defending the country is every citizen's responsibility. Rafael Romo, CNN Atlanta.